Galveston ISD community. My name is Stephanie Fontenot. I'm the Director of Communications and Marketing for GISD, and we are back with the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jerry Gibson, for the next segment of All Things GISD. Dr. Gibson, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. It's going to be like a lot of things GISD, right?
A lot of things. Yes, the title of this one is different. It's a lot of
A
things
lot of
GISD.
it still fits under all things, but
Yes.
you got a lot going on.
A lot going on. A lot of really good things.
A lot of great things.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. So this little segment is your insight into the school district, just to keep you updated on the big events coming up, the things that are happening at the moment, and some things that we also want to put a spotlight on and to brag on, because there's a lot of that as well. So let's see. First things first, there's the Schools of Choice event that's happening tonight. So the biggest thing, choose Galveston Independent School District. So what do you think about this event? And
That's great because every elementary school has its theme or what they drives their instruction or is a portion of their instruction, and it kind of exposes the parents to what each one of those are. And it helps them make good decisions for their children. So I think it's a great opportunity for our community to come out and learn more about the instructional part of our schools, what we do, and the emphasis on per campus in what we do. So I think it's a powerful tool, it's a powerful instrument if the community uses it right. I know there's a lot of effort goes into it. Our campus has put forth a lot of. Your department has been planning and working, and so a lot goes into it.
Absolutely, yes. So I know each campus that's going to be highlighted, they're going to have flyers where if you're not familiar, you can come and actually take home information about the campus. You can study it. We're going to have you'll be able to actually fill out applications there in person for either pre-K or the elementaries. So you can pretty much do everything there.
Yeah.
We're going to have more than 22 partners represented as well at different booths. So it's going to be a ton of people. I think they're actually going to have like hot dogs for the first 300 people.
First 300 people, hot dogs provided by a vendor in our community. So that's Dr. Hernandez and Jennifer Hart's department. Our FATE, we call it FACE. Family and Community Engagement. I got stuck on the F, yeah. And man, they do a phenomenal job. Not just here, but they do back to school events. They do community events all the time that helps meet a lot of needs. And they're always working, always going, always planning. And their events are always huge. They put so much into it, so much into it. We're blessed to have Dr. Hernandez and Jennifer Hart working there. And it's their passion. It is absolutely their passion.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so that event happens tonight, Wednesday, March 1st from 5:30 to 7. It's in the Ball High School cafeteria. So you can park at Ball High, go inside. We're going to have signage. And if you or if you know of anyone in the community who is considering Galveston ISD, this is the event that answers that question. Why Galveston ISD? So please help us tell everybody that you can. And we're excited to show off the school district. So another big event that's coming up this Saturday, it's the fentanyl and vape awareness event.
It takes a lot to put this one together. So I wish, there's a lot of places, districts that are really doing these things. I wish we were a little ahead of it, a little more ahead of it. But it's almost like it certainly has become a major crisis in our country and in our state, in our area. There needs to be awareness for our students, for our families, because a lot of people have been exposed to it innocently. They didn't do anything wrong going about their day and something because there's unfortunately there's a lot of evil in our world. So this is a great opportunity. We're being proactive as a district as well, or reactive, I guess is probably a better term. I hate to admit that, but they make actually vape detection systems. And we're installing those. We have some at Austin right now. This week, I hope it's this week. If not next week, we are going to be putting those in Central Middle School and then eventually the high school. That we're waiting here. We got to make sure they can transfer. If we put them up, can we take them down before they tear the school down and put them in the new building? But they're very sensitive. We saw one in a presentation a week ago last night, and if someone is vaping in a restroom or in a hallway or wherever it is, it will send a notification to administration. It also detects other things, such as if there's a fight going on in the restroom, which had been happening, unfortunately, here lately, it will send an alert. And, we can then go back and review so we know when it was, because you get the alert. And let's say we get there and the students aren't there. Well, we can go to the cameras and see from the hallway camera who went in during that time and who came out. And so, we can hopefully, if the students know that if I do this, I'm going to get caught. If I fight in the restroom, I'm going to get caught. Hopefully, they will take the wiser road there. And, it prevents it from certainly happening at school. But the awareness needs to be there. Absolutely needs to be there. And it's a dangerous drug. I've heard of people, and my wife and I, we were at CVS a few weeks ago, and the antidote that they have. I said I'd like to buy some of that and just keep it in my truck or in the car. That way, if we see a situation, we're prepared to maybe try to save a life. This is a big deal, and I'm thankful that Chief Rivas is taking the initiative in getting this done.
Okay, so this event, it happens this Saturday, which is March 4th, and it's going to be from 9 a.m. to noon. It's in Ball High School's auditorium. It's open to the public, lots of resources, just a really good event, and student safety is first, so really
Absolutely.
This is the most important event coming up.
It really is. It really is, and I can't say it enough. I want the community to know that we are, we're doing something. We're not just sitting idly and watching, especially with the detection systems that we're putting in. We're serious. I don't like having discipline problems, and this is a discipline problem, and this is gonna, I hope, help us. We come to school to grow in our educational experience, academically, socially, emotionally, in our dance, fine arts, athletic, whatever people choose to do. We don't want that happening. We're not going to have it happening in school. So we're going to do our best to stop it altogether. And this is the only way we know to do it right now. So I spoke with Michael Lay this morning, who's over our technology, and I said, get aggressive. I need those things here, like now, like last week, actually. So he's on it, and we're going to see that.
Great. Okay. So please tell everybody you know about that one. So right now, one thing that's going on at the campuses, we have some benchmark testing going on. So will you tell us instructionally, so what goes into benchmark testing and what's it leading to?
Well, so I just came here for this from my campus and to look at some things and look for some things, and they were benchmarking, so we didn't get to see a lot of. We don't interrupt that, but we use release tests. We use a barometer of where we are, an instrument that shows where we are right now, and it allows us to kind of project a little bit of where we're headed. So much of the concepts have yet to be taught because we're following our scope and sequence. We teach this at this point. It leads up to test day, or an old coach, I call it game day. But what it does is it'll give us the information that we need basically to set up some interventions. So if a student is struggling on a concept, a learning concept, or whatever it is, we know where to do a pull out. We know if they need help in the morning, help in the afternoon, but we know exactly where they need the help. We don't just teach the whole thing. Where did you struggle? What was the part that gave you the most? What did we not teach well enough? What did we need to reteach? And so it is an incredible tool. When I was a principal, it was my philosophy, and it still is, that I kind of break a school year into quarters. Your first quarter, you're here, you're going to learn here. You get to the halfway point, it's halftime. We're going to do this, and when we come back from spring break, it's fourth quarter. We're preparing for the game. We're preparing for the end of the game, and the end of the game for us is test day. And so, we take steps each, along the way. And I've learned that after this benchmark right here, from then until test day is when you see the most growth, because, we know from every benchmark or every, assessment that we give, we see where we're doing a good job and we see where the need is. But this is, we know, okay, we still got to make this push right here. And so you'll usually see more growth in here, what I call the fourth quarter, than probably at any other time. And I think it's also because, like I said, concepts come in a pattern, in a row, and that you need for the test that they maybe didn't understand when they took a benchmark. And those things are being taught. So it makes sense. It's just a pattern, and then you add the extra of the interventions, and it's the key. It was a key when I was a principal, and it's a key for our principals now to know to where we need to attack, I guess, for lack of better terms, where we need to really drill deep and where it needs our attention, which itch needs to be scratched. Say it however you want to, but it is such a valuable tool for the success for our academic rating. And I know this. An academic rating only tells part of a story. It doesn't develop the whole child. It doesn't tell, it doesn't measure social and emotional learning. It doesn't measure what they've overcome in their personal life or success in a marching contest or a dance contest or an athletic event or whatever, robotics. It doesn't measure that. As a school district, we want to see the whole child grow, but it does tell us. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, this is what we are graded on. So it prepares us for the grade. There's a lot more that goes into a child than just that, though.
Right. So we are in the thick of it right now.
Yeah, test time.
Always.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Let's see here. So a couple more events that are coming up pretty quickly, worth mentioning. So we have the Tour Store. They've got a fun run this Saturday. It's the Everybody's Essential Fun Run. That's a great group, isn't it?
Oh man, they're amazing. What they do, and that program is just to think that up. That our students that are involved in the Tour Store are developing skills that they can use. They have a lot of products. They'll screen print, shirts and hats and probably cups and a lot of different things. Mr. Murin is in there with them all the time. And then, he has a partner that stops by from time to time, just to see the success there. It's amazing. And if you need a shirt for a game, there they are. And they set up at a lot of ball games and everything else. But, I think that this is kind of contradiction of terms. Fun run. I don't know I never experienced what was fun about running. Yeah. But woohoo, fun run. So, it helps them. It goes, it just puts money back into their program. And, the great thing is this was started with a grant. Anytime you get a grant, they want us to know after the life cycle is done, when you've completed the grant cycle, is it going to be sustainable? And this got us off the ground, got this program off the ground, and it is something that actually can be sustainable. And that if it continues to grow, it could be at a shop away from the campus even. So you can have a campus shop, you can have something in town for people that want to come and pick out shirts or souvenirs or whatever it might be. But these students, they work. I mean, they really work. They do a fabulous job. Rob, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Murin, they're phenomenal. They're just special men. They're special men. And to see the students respond to them is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great group, and I know, so it is a fundraiser. I heard recently that I think they have about 105 runners already signed up, paid for. This run, it includes either a 5K or a 1K. I want to do it just because to support, so I signed up for the 1K.
1K.
And that's okay. But it's on our website calendar. But their goal is to get to 150 runners. So we're waiting. They really want at least another 45, 50 people, but it would be amazing if we could surpass that.
And that's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
At what time?
So I think the first race is around, around 9. I think mine that I signed up for is 10:30, which is why I'm zoned into that one specifically. But it is going to be Saturday morning.
Where are they starting? People need to know that.
This is at Menard
Park. Okay.
I believe. Yes, we've got all the details. If you go to the website, look at the calendar, click on that. There's a link where you can sign up to be a runner and to pay that, and you get a T-shirt, I believe.
What?
So yeah, it's a good event, good fundraiser.
What does it cost to run in that?
Let's see, $25 to do the 1K, a little bit more to do the 5K.
Okay.
But it's a good event for a good group of people. So
great cause.
Yeah, great cause. Another really good cause, an event coming up is the Galveston ISD, the Education Foundation.
Ooh.
Yeah, their soiree is happening on March 9th.
Yeah, next Thursday. the
Next
day
Thursday.
before we begin spring break. Spring break will start on Friday, so the soiree is on Thursday evening. And man, the year before, which my first year here, I started in February. They didn't do one because of COVID. I think they did a silent auction, online auction type thing. But last year, man, that was really cool. They've got so many companies, so many groups, so many individuals. They donate a lot of things, and it really is a very neat night. And that is one organization that 100% of what they bring in goes back to our teachers in this case, or our directors, or it's going to affect instruction, which is going to affect students. But it's a really neat deal, and they have their theme every year and everything, and so they're setting sail, or they're on the Love Boat, or something. Yeah, it's a cruise type theme this year, and so they put so much into this, and it'll be big. It's big, so you can get your tickets for that event. You do need a ticket to go, but it helps them put money back into the employees of Galveston ISD, which affects the students.
Absolutely, that's everything. And let's see, so some exciting worldwide
news, yeah, worldwide
news. Robotics is going back. They're not only going to Worlds, they're going back.
Back to Worlds. Yeah, they qualified last year, and that was quite the adventure. That they had flights. I want to say it's Southwest, if I remember. I could be wrong on that. Miss Pickavance could certainly straighten me out on that. She lived this nightmare, and the pilots didn't show up.
Oh my goodness!
And this lady, she is so well connected. She knows more people. So she's calling me, and she said, "Hey, I want to tell you where we are, what's going on," and I appreciate that, the communication. And she said, "But don't stress, don't worry. I've got buses coming, charter buses." And I was like, "You're going to Iowa, and you're at the bottom of Texas, not at the top." She said, "Yep, but we got to get there." So here comes the charter buses, and our bus, I think it was, and they drive all night long, and they get like 30 minutes from the destination, as I stated, in Iowa, in the middle of a cornfield, and the bus breaks down. So, I mean, it was just, but you know what? She just kept handling it. So that was the adventure of last year. But, we won a world championship, and I think things are in place that I like to go to these events. There was one Saturday and I didn't get to go, but I've been to several of them, one at A&M Galveston, one that was here at Ball, and I'm just amazed watching these students work and the things that they learn and the things that they see. And I've heard of stories of somebody that started in robotics and then went into IT and the technical part of it, and now they're making a salary that is beyond comprehension in their line of work. And they work together. They've got a great group of sponsors, coaches, what have you. Of course, and as I stated, the leader, Kathy Pickavance, who is just, the hours she puts in, a lot of people don't realize. If they're having a tournament, there's a lot of Saturdays she's here at 4 a.m. to start, and she might not get home until 11 o'clock at night. And there's setup, there's tear down, there's all of these things that go into it. And she loves the program. She loves the children, the students. And, I would dare say, out of all the extracurriculars, when you look at how much we win, it's probably our most successful program. So I think we got about 34, 36 students that have qualified for Worlds. And so you got Worlds, you got Nationals also. So it's, there's a couple of different categories, VEX and another one. So we'll hear more from this. I'm hoping they'll bring home a world championship, and that would be pretty exciting. It'd be very exciting to do. And but yeah, that's coming up. I think they leave out next week or this weekend, isn't it? I think something like that. But yeah, we look for, I guess, the next time we shoot this show, we'll have some results. So
Absolutely.
We'll be excited to share that.
Yeah, very much so. And another group that has just racked up some awards recently is the Tornets.
Yep, they brought home some hardware. I think they were at San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken, for a competition. And yeah, I just saw the list of, how many people won various things, and, from team awards to duets to individual, it's, they did it well. I guess they probably had to rent a U-Haul to bring home all the hardware. I'm joking on that, but they got it here. But yeah, they really, really represented Ball High School and Galveston Independent School District in a great way. They kind of unsung. People see them at our football games, and so you might see them 10, 11, 12 times a year, and they'll usually make an appearance at a couple of basketball games. They work year round because they go from football season and they'll brush up a little bit in for basketball season, and then their competitions start. Those young ladies work year around, and their sponsors, their leaders, they work year round, and not just that. Remember the food drive back in November? Mm-hmm. They're out there as the cheerleaders are out there. They're out there. I mean, they not only when they're dancing, but when they at a lot of events in Galveston, they're representing Ball High School and Galveston Independent School District. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So congrats to them as well. And so it's probably the last thing we'll mention today is an event that we want you to save the date for, and it involves baseball, mm-hmm. and a special commemorative effort to honor a special individual.
Yeah, we have a Tour Field is what it says. I've looked at the sign many, many times, and we have the board made a motion second, and it was unanimous that it would be Bo Caroga Stadium, or Roger Bo Caroga Stadium. And so, he's known as Bo, but he was, long time or mayor, a couple of terms here in Galveston. But we've had through the years, out of all the bless you,
sorry.
Bless you. No, we need a blessing today. We've had a lot of success in a lot of things. If you go to the baseball field, on the back side of when you walk in the concession stand, there is a plaque or a wooden plaque that has every person through Ball High School that has played at some form of Major League Baseball. Maybe they only made it to the minors, they didn't get all the way up, but they played it for a living. And but we've never gotten that deep into the playoffs except for when Bo Caroga was a senior. And they went to the state tournament, and they were state semifinalist, and he was the pitcher. And so I believe he was drafted, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the first or second round, and dabbled a little bit in minor league ball, and came back here, and I think he got in the banking business, if I'm not mistaken, banking or insurance. And as I said, he's been the mayor here, and he's just, those that have been, I've only been here for almost, going on my third year. I'm in my third year. I know the name Bo Caroga, and the people that have been here in Galvestonians for many, many years, they know the name Bo Caroga. And so this is a great thing to do, to recognize someone who came through here and kind of put us on the map during that time, that season of the school district's high school's life. But our district's demographics have changed, and it continues to change. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just what our demographics are. We're at 49.8, so let's just round up and say 50% of our students are Hispanic. And out of all the buildings that we have, whether it be, it's Ball High was named after George Ball. You have L.A. Morgan. You have a lot of different schools, Parker, Burnett. Not one of our facilities anywhere have been named after any of our Hispanic students or Hispanic citizens, and it's long overdue. 50%, 50%, and so it will be the first. He will be the first Hispanic representative, and I can't think of anyone more fitting, and on a field that he loved, and so there's a lot of work going into that. I think it's March the 24th, a Friday night. And so I think the games usually start about 6 o'clock, and I think we're going to begin, those festivities should probably start about 5:40 or something like that. and I know you'll be involved in that. Coach Jones is putting a lot into it. Our maintenance department is putting a lot into it. Got to get that field spruced up and need some painting and some things, but it's going to be a big night. And I know that, I guess it's my first year here, they honored, it was might have been the 50th anniversary or 40th of the team that went to state. And I mean, everybody came out to see that. And it's going to be a special night, and it's past due. It's long overdue. And so we're excited to honor Bo that night, and his legacy will always be at that stadium.
Wonderful. That's exciting. Good. Well, save that date, March 24th, and we'll
Friday
be putting
evening.
more information out about that. But we do hope everybody can join us,
Mhm.
especially. I hope it's a huge turnout of everybody.
I think it will be.
familiar.
I
That's
think
gonna be great.
I think you'll see that a lot of people from that team, like 2 years ago, they're going to show up. I bet you. And people have come out in force, I think. And yeah, it'll be a special night. It's going to really be a lot of fun.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. Well, lots of great information today. We will be back in 2 weeks with more updates. Lots going on. Well, let's see. Spring break is so.
Starts a week from this Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
After that.
But yeah, there's a lot of time-sensitive things that are coming up that
Yes.
we want to report on. You know, how we did at Worlds, or how we did here, or what is coming up. There's a lot of parent involvement. The spring gets so busy. It's so busy with, things getting ready for next year, tryouts. We have a musical still coming up. They're doing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is going to be performed. They did a musical, Elf back in December, but they're taking on another one. And so, we'll know more about that. I'm sure they already had the dates. Oh, another one, and I hate that I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be out of town. Our one-act play, their competition is the Saturday, the 11th, at Texas City High School's auditorium. And usually that's during the week, and it fluctuates. I've been in other places where it's that week, but they perform. I think they're the first ones in the morning. I don't have the exact time, but they're competing, and it's open to the public. I think you have to pay to get in. UIL event, but last year's group. They advanced out of let's see, zone, district, by district. I mean, they went like 3 or 4 rounds, and it was a phenomenal show. It only had like 4 or 5 5 cast members, but they were so good. Tammy and I were able to go to. I think we went to, out of the 4 that they did, we were able to be there for 3. We had one where we couldn't make it. But they did really good. So that program is building also, and I'm excited to see how they do though. That one act play, yeah, we won't. I don't think we'll be together for this to announce that, but that'll be that's coming up the 11th,
Great.
Saturday.
Wonderful.
I need them to advance where I can get back.
Absolutely. Well, good. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good things.
A lot of good things going on.
Absolutely. Well, anything else you wanted to add?
Well, we did, last Tuesday at our finance committee, PBK made a presentation on how everything's coming with the new high school, and they kind of gave a design phase, and the board approved it. So we're still making progress there. We've also talked about the renovations that are needed and going to be going on at the 2 of the middle schools. At Central and at Weiss. So those updates are there. People can watch those, go back and view to see the community can do that, and stadium progress as well. That's coming along. We're on schedule. I'm a little nervous about getting some steel in. We're on schedule. We're under budget. I do know those 2 things. So I ask that every week. Are we on schedule? Are we under budget? And so we're 2 weeks backed up on steel. So, but we'll still see some progress there, for the concessions and the locker rooms is where they're going to have to do a pour the cement, lay the foundation, and you'll see those things going up pretty quickly as well. There's the season ticket holders. Their area is going to be more roomy than they're used to, and with back seats and everything else. And so we're making that progress, and that's going along nicely as well. So every phase we have, there's something going on.
Yeah, Yes, absolutely. And on the website, we do have the video, the high
Yep.
school video. So if you go to our website, gisd.org, you can see that. It's a beautiful, beautiful video of what the high school
Starts out with fishermen
Yes.
on the Gulf.
yeah, on the
and we-
beach, and it flies
Yeah.
in like a drone. It's a beautiful video, and I think it's once you see it, if you haven't already, you can feel the excitement.
Yeah.
And I've seen some alumni share it, and they say, I've seen some people say they're excited about it, but what struck me was that they said the students deserve this, and they're excited to see it. So
Students do deserve it.
it's a beautiful video, so you got to check that out.
It's overdue and it's past due. You know, I never heard a student complain about this school. In fact, they say it makes us tougher and stronger and gives us grit to go here. But boy, are they excited about what's coming. And I think our community is excited about what's coming. And it's long overdue. And our students deserve this. That's well said. Whoever, just keep writing it, because you're right when you say it. Our students deserve this. We have the most amazing students I've ever been around in my life. I love them so much. I love them so much. I'm so proud of what they do for elementary all the way up to the high school. We have amazing students.
Absolutely. There's nothing better to end on than that right
They're
there.
amazing students.
Amazing students.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for
Absolutely.
your time and for the insight, and we will be back again soon.
Look, I think we really need to focus on the week after spring break, because there'll be some more deadlines that'll be coming up, and so we'll make a conscious effort. So check back after that. I think they get this up after we shoot it within a couple hours or within a day or so. So if you'll check back by Thursday or Friday of spring break, we'll have some more great information.
Absolutely. Okay, and keep an eye on our website. We've got that calendar. Our calendar, we're pretty proud of it because it's just got lots of things included. So we're doing our best to keep you up to date and follow along with us and be involved where you can. So, okay, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you all next time. And in the meantime, just keep an eye on our website to see what we're doing. And it's all about the students, right, Dr. Gibson?
All about our children. That's exactly right. It is for me. I mean, yeah, go
Yeah.
Tours.
Go Tours. Terrific.
Yeah, have a terrific day.
Have a terrific day. Thank you. We'll see you next time.